Okay, hello. Alright, we are back again. We're gonna continue here with some more The Way We All Go. So, last time we ended off basically with him getting to his grandparents' house back in his hometown. And, well, our main protagonist, of course. And, he pulls on his phone with one of his friends. And now he looks like he's in, kind of like his bedroom kind of situation, from what I can tell. So, how about we start this off and see where this is going to continue here. I lie in my futon, staring up at the living room ceiling. As my grandparents' house is pretty small, there was nowhere to put me other than here. Still, I don't mind. So it seems like he's sleeping in the living room. That's where they decided to bed him for the time being, or for his 3-day stay. It reminds me of the times when I was a child, and I used to stay here overnight with my grandparents, and my parents were busy. I would lie in this same futon, in this same living room, with the lights turned on, reading comics, eating slices of stolen tangerine. I'm assuming he's admitting something right there. He would sneak out some tangerine from his grandparents without permission. My fingers would always get stained with yellow from the rind of the tangerine, and I never had the foresight to wash it off before I went to sleep. My grandmother would see my yellow fingers in the morning and see the missing tangerines, but she never scolded me. Instead, she asked me in an overly tone of surprise, "Where have the tangerines all gone?" And I'd say, "I don't know. Maybe it was a bear." A bear? A bear got in the freaking house. That's what it was. A bear came into the house and stole the tangerine. Why would a bear be after tangerines in the house? That was an awful lie. They really were fun times. But I'm not 10 anymore. I'm getting older, and I'm too big for this futon now. The tips of my toes are poking out from underneath the sheets. I close my eyes and curl up into a ball, listening to the sounds of the cicadas outside. The windows are all shut, but I can still hear them. This is something I forgot after living in the city for so long. The small details vanishing from my mind as though they were never there at all. No matter where you live, there's always background noise. In the city, it's cars and drunken arguments at 2 a.m. outside your apartment. In the countryside, it's cicadas. Cicadas and the wind. I snuggle under my blanket. For some reason, I feel cold. And not just my toes. All of me. My whole body. I shiver. Maybe it isn't the weather. Maybe it's my mind. I'm probably overthinking things. I always do. Thinking about tomorrow. Thinking about her. I should have told her. Why? Didn't I tell her? I still want to know, what is it that he did not tell her? His friend, what did he not tell her? I think that's what we don't know, and we just keep bringing it up. As far as I remember, he never gave a mention on what he did not tell her. I really want to know. For some reason, I have a feeling it's like telling her that he was leaving and he left without saying goodbye, type of thing. Other than that, I don't see why. Or maybe it's his feelings. Maybe he did not, when he left, he did not tell his true feelings. He loved her. And that's the last thought I had before I fall into a deep, dreamless sleep. And he's waking up. Alright. Sunlight streams through the window. I can feel it brushing against my face, trying to snake itself through my closed eyes. I curl up even tighter into a ball like a hibernating hedgehog. Hedgehogs are pretty cute. when they're all like bunched up and they curl up, they're pretty cute looking. The new day crept up upon me far too fast. I haven't had any time to prepare myself yet. I'm still tired and my feet are cold. That's what I get for sleeping on a futon slightly too small for me, I guess. I can't hear any cars. I can't hear any people. Everything is still quiet. Maybe too quiet. I start to fantasize, making up imaginary scenarios of natural disasters, nuclear wars, a zombie apocalypse. Where have all the people gone? Sometimes when it's just, nice and quiet and there's no people, it is actually quite peaceful. Sometimes it's just nicer that way. You forget about, that the world is actually not as noisy as you might see in a city. It's usually wildlife that you might hear and stuff like that, and wind and other things, but you don't hear all that other noise. Cars beeping horns, engines going, siren, anything else, multitude, depending on where you live. Might be construction, if you without people talking, yelling, accidents, or if you live in a violent area, gunshots. It takes me a few moments to remember where I am. I'm not in the city anymore. I sigh, breathing in the cool country air. It's invigorating, waking up more thoroughly than a bucket of cold water would. Good. Now then, where should I go? Who should I see? Mama told me in a letter I received a few days ago that she was going to spend most of Golden Week working at her parents' cafe. Since it's only 11 a.m., it seems likely she live there. In that case, if I want to pay her a visit, I should dig my old bike out from my grandparents' back garden and take it for a ride. It takes about 40 minutes to reach the town where the cafe is by bike. Probably slightly longer if I walk. Holy shit. Your friend that far away? Seems to have a lot of female friends, it seems like. I mean, the one he talked on the phone, I think was a girl. So it seemed like to me. This one, Amu, seems like a girl, and then the girl that he continues to talk about, I should have told, keep thinking about. I haven't been on a bike in a long time. Either have I. It's been years. Actually, I don't even think I own a bike anymore. Sadly. I used to own a bike. I used to bike and mess around all the time. Thinking about it makes me feel a bit nostalgic. The wind in my hair, the scent of flowers in the fields, the earth under my tires. It's an enticing idea. But on the other hand, as always, Noelle. I definitely owe her a visit. And yet, it's been so long. I can't but feel anxious. Okay, you feel anxious. See, it's like all his friends are girls. Well, here's a girls. Well, there's a lot of girls. But I know one thing is certain. If I keep moderating like this, I'll never get anything done. Go visit Mom at her parents' cafe, or go visit Noelle. Well, I don't know who is who. Actually, I think I want to go visit Noelle. I don't know who she actually is, but it seems like he feels a little more nervous to go visit Noelle over I'm gonna go visit Noelle. I'm gonna see what happens there. I stand in front of that house for the first time in 2 years. It feels almost unreal, like a dream. The only thing that reassures me that this is reality is the anxious beating of my heart, the knot of worry coiled up inside my chest. come this far already, so I can't turn back. I need to focus my breathing, steady my heart, breathe in, breathe out. Look at the house. Look at the house and remember, this is an old village with roots that can be traced back centuries. Most of the houses here are wooden, long-lasting remnants of an older time, constructed almost a century ago. In comparison, Noel's home is strictly modern, a large structure with glass windows and a garage. To my younger self, it seemed almost like a palace, a home for a princess. I used to come down this path on my bike every few days when I was young, often with Amu. He'd watch this home being constructed bit by bit, staring from a distance with wide eyes as it all came together. Well, as a younger, kids, you're probably fascinated by, how a house is actually built. Myself, I've worked on not the actual house part of it, but wiring through Ethernet cables and setting up a home entertainment system and speakers throughout the house before. I shouldn't say home entertainment system, but a theater room. That's the part I messed around with. Hey, nothing's better than a gigantic drill in your hand and you can drill a freaking hole through the floor. To me, it seemed like magic. But now, the house doesn't look as grand as I once remembered. Everything looks different when you're younger. It seems smaller, somehow shrunken. And that's probably because I've been exposed to so many towering skyscrapers in the city. But I don't think that's the only thing, though. Somehow, the house looks a little bit like a shell. Fossilized remain. Maybe I'm just being sentimental, but the atmosphere feels a little off. It's cold. There's no warmth here. And in the garden, there's a sign. Uh-oh. Did your friend move away? A sign that reads, quiet, plainly. Does it read quiet plainly, or does it just read quiet? Because that's not making any sense to me. Quiet plainly. Oh, wait. For sale. Alright. Quite plainly. Alright, not quiet. I don't know why I said it was quiet. Stupid me. Now it totally makes sense. I'm like, what the hell? I'm literally not making any sense to me. This is for sale. So that might mean, yes, your friend no longer lives there. Or maybe she does. That would suck if she's gone. Then you gotta figure out where the hell she moved off to. For a minute there, I was like, quite plainly. I don't know why it said quiet. Quite. Not quiet. Quite plainly. This unexpected news makes my eyes open wide. The house is for sale? I had no idea. Alma never mentioned this in any of her letters. Does this mean Noella is moving? Did something happen? Maybe Noella's sick. She's ill and her parents don't want to stay in a small village like this any longer, so far away from a hospital. Well, that would make sense. Because if she's sick and all the time and she has a disease or cancer or whatever, going back and forth would be more costly all the time. Not to mention, if anything came up, the probability of her dying would go up because it would take longer for help to come or for them to get her to the hospital. But yeah, I guess you can't fault them if they want to move closer for her well-being. Or it's her parents. Maybe something unfortunate happened to them, an fix him, and they're in critical care, or worse, dead. And he's coming up with these scenarios when he doesn't know anything that's coming on. We'll have to stay with distant relatives while our old, beautiful home goes to ruin. No, that's ridiculous. Way too over the top. Then maybe our parents got remarried. Are you saying they got divorced and remarried? Or were they already divorced or something? And he's throwing a bunch of things at us. Like they're basically like scenarios that we don't really know anything about this character. He's like throwing shit at us. It's confusing me. Well, they're getting divorced and they're selling the house. Okay, right. And in that case, we'll all end up living with a new step-parent. Maybe they're cruel. And some wicked stepsisters, or... But if I keep going down this lane of thought, it'll end up like a fairy tale. How about you go knock on the door, see if anyone's in there, and actually talk to them. Instead of coming up with these crazy scenarios of yours. Or maybe talk to your friend, Amu. I mean, she must know something. If no one is there, she would be maybe willing to tell you. And she just didn't feel that she had the right to tell you or something. Something simpler than that. Something more likely to have actually happened in reality, and not inside my overly anxious, melodramatic mind that's been warped by watching too many TV dramas. Her parents probably got a new job. That is always possible. And that seems like the most likely option. My grandparents did say more and more people were leaving this village. It is a small place after all, even if it is very pretty. You know, if it is a small village with not tons of people, and people are actually moving away, that means there might be an excess of houses, which also means if you're looking for, and you don't mind travel and other stuff like that, if you're looking for a cheaper place, it probably would be cheaper to buy in that small village, because no one wants to be there, and it's an excess of houses, and it's better to just sell something than just never selling it. Because then you're never getting any money back, and it just sits there. There just aren't that many jobs here, and driving 40 minutes to work every day isn't practical. I don't know what you mean by that. I drive 30 minutes, around 30 minutes every day to work. I mean, it's an extra 10 minutes, but still. I don't know what you mean by not practical. To me, that's nothing. 40 minutes? In my time frame, that's an extra 10 minutes, maybe? I mean, I used to have a coworker who used to drive over an hour to get to work every day. It's like, damn, man. An hour? Couldn't you have gotten something closer? But, you know, if the job pays well enough, there's not a reason to not do it. And yet, even though I know it's foolish, I can't help but worry. No one was always so quiet, so shy, so reclusive. Even though there were only 33 students in our whole school. Damn, that is a tiny school. That would basically mean you know every single student, which actually, you know, might not be too bad when you think about it. You know, I've always gone to a school with hundreds of students. It's like, I would love to probably have that. It would totally be a different experience. Going to a school that only had 33 students. That would mean, you know, it's more one-on-one time with your teachers. You would know them. You would know everybody. You would know all the students. Now, you couldn't get away with shit all the time. I think it would be more one-on-one time. I think it would be a better learning experience because, you know, all the students would know everything. And probably less chance of bullying because you would know who the damn bully is. And everyone in the whole town would know. So I think a small experience like that would actually be, in some avenues, actually more beneficial to the learning experience. The downside is probably what they have access to. They probably wouldn't have access to as much resources and technology and variety of subjects they could probably learn. That's the downside. So there's positive and negative. Noelle's parents are moving to a larger town, how will she cope? What will she do? Well, how did you cope? You might get a decent idea. I mean, you can't say that she would have the same experience, but you could first look at how you coped with moving and going to a bigger city and think, okay, was it bad? Was it good? Did you have a bad experience? Maybe it won't be so bad. If your experience wasn't bad, it doesn't mean that hers will be, but then it could be. But it's not a place to worry. I scoff at myself, shaking my head. I don't deserve to act so righteous, pretending to be oh so concerned for Noelle's happiness. If I was, I would have told her. If I really valued our friendship, I wouldn't have let it fall apart so easily. I still want to know what the hell happened. He's leaving us with this giant mystery. My legs remain frozen in the spot. I have to exercise a great deal of willpower to get them to move. Feeling as though I could fall over at any moment when I make my way up to the front door. Finally, man. I knock on the door. And wait. I wait. And wait. And wait. The seconds go by slowly. Agonizingly, like trying to squeeze the very last remnants of toothpaste out of a tube. When the act of waiting gives my brain enough free time to start panicking, I knock on the door again, just to give myself something to do. But there's still no response. There's nobody home. Noelle isn't there, and neither are her parents. Well, that would explain why their car isn't in the drive. No car, no people. I can't hear a single sound, not even from a stray bird or lonesome cicada. There's nothing. It really does feel desolate here. I guess there isn't much I can do then. I say this aloud, attempting to organize my thoughts. It might be easier to do so in words, rather than in the stifling confines of my own skull. I'm not sure whether I'm relieved or not that Noelle isn't home. Oh, I don't see why you would be relieved, man. You brought up the courage to actually go up to it seems. And everything. But finding out she's not home, why would you? I really want to know what the hell they seem to have left on not so great terms or something. I really do want to know what on earth happened. What the hell happened? You still haven't forgotten about her. That is clear. So whatever happened, it still bugs you, it seems, to this day. In my opinion, means you still care about her. As a friend, at least. At least it means I don't have to face her. For now. This gives me a little more time to prepare myself and figure out what to say. It's difficult, though. I don't know if there's anything you can say after abandoning your best friend for 2 years without a single word of explanation. So, what is it? Did he do what I thought he was going to do? Did he left without saying anything? That's the only thing that's coming to mind. But that would be... Why would you do that? Why? Did you, have a fight the day before and then you ended up leaving and not saying anything? And then, boom, you're gone? Then yeah, you couldn't fault her if she didn't want anything to do with you. You're the one who would have been the first one to do the abandoning part. Well then, I guess since Noelle isn't in, that means I can pay a visit to Emma. I turn away from Noelle's home and make my way back to my grandparents' house. I know my old bike is being stored somewhere in their back garden, waiting for me to ride on it once more. I wonder what would have happened if we never went there and visited the house. I wonder if it would have been just we wouldn't have seen that little tidbit. Because we're going to Amino's. cafe or whatever. Anyways. Was he huffing? I guess that's supposed to be him breathing. It's taken longer to reach the next town than I thought it would. I'm slumped over the handlebars of my bike like a slab of freshly cut meat. My face is just as red. You must be out of shape. I pant heavily, trying to get my breath back. Sweat beads on my forehead, dripping down the contours of my face and off the tip of my nose. This gradual degradation must be what happens when you move to the city. Maybe. I mean, you don't do as much probably outside in the city. Since everything was all so convenient, I stopped walking and cycling everywhere, and instead started to rely on the godsend that is public transportation. I took the train to and from school. When I wanted to go shopping, I went on the bus. I hardly ever had to walk, although most of us to a convenience store, and that was only 3 minutes away. Damn, that must be real close. 3 minutes away? It would take me... I wouldn't even get close to a store in 3 minutes. I'd probably get down the street and just start turning down a main road. In 3 minutes. I wouldn't even be close to the store. I probably still got another 10-minute walk plus. After that, probably definitely longer than that. Probably take me about 20 minutes to walk there. After that, my heart burns. My face is on fire. At least one good thing's come out of all this. When I blush, my face gets so red it helps to obscure my freckles. I've never liked them. I've wondered about wearing makeup to conceal them before, but it might be kind of strange asking my female friends for advice about that. I think you just gotta get over it, man. They're just freckles. Can't do anything about it, so you just gotta accept it. Just forget about the makeup shit. I don't know if they tease me, but, well, if I wanted to reinvent myself, it's already too late. The people in my new school already knew about my freckles, so what's the point? I wouldn't be able to fool them. If you only, I bet you it would be the opposite. If you came into school one day with no freckles, they'd be like, you're wearing makeup. And then some of the guys might make fun of you. The dude's made your makeup. I'm just the same as I used to be all those years ago. Or am I? If that were really true, then why has cycling suddenly become such a chore? It just means you're out of shape, man. That's all, man. I mean, if I tried to cycle, I'd probably be, sweating like you. I know I'm not in great shape myself. I don't go out and exercise and all that shit. So, what would be expected if I did? Be sweating, probably my face red and other shit like that, just like you, man. Could I have changed more than I thought? My legs hurt. After that strenuous cycle here, I don't even want to look at my bike, let alone ride it. Unfortunately, I can't just abandon it somewhere along the street. Well, that would be irresponsible, and somebody might trip over it. Burdened by my own code of ethics, I end up towing the wretched thing along behind me, holding it by the handlebars. Maybe it wasn't my fault I got so tired. After all, this is an old bike. Blaming the bike now. I think it was his fault. I don't. If we're gonna blame anyone, if we're gonna blame him, it's definitely his fault. Perhaps one of the tires is flat or something, and the brakes aren't very good either. I don't see what the brakes have to do with you getting tired, but maybe the tire. Maybe it could be a tire. Maybe one of your tires is there. It's not my fault. It really, truly isn't. Or at least I don't want it to be. Come on, man. gotta accept it. It's your fault. It's your fault that you're all exhausted and shit. Jeez. Trying to distract myself from my concerns over my physical fitness, or lack of. I take a look around at my surroundings. Come to think of it, I really should be paying more attention, given I'm wheeling along this unwieldy vehicle. I don't want to run over any small children. What the hell? How are you going to run over small children with your bike that you're just dragging along with you? I'm just trying to picture it. Are you like not looking where you're dragging it? You're like, this isn't with me. This bike is not with me. Don't worry about the bike, guys. Oh, I hit the little kid. It's not my fault. It's the bike's fault. That doesn't make any sense. How would you run over a little kid with a bike that you're not even riding? You would have to like do it on purpose. Either that or it would have to be a little baby that. Then the question is, why is a baby walking or crawling on the road without its mom? What the hell is this? Who lets their baby walk in the middle of the road? The streets are pretty crowded. Since it's a warm day, the whole street is flooded with life. Young men and women strolling along hand in hand. Parents pushing baby strollers. Old men and women shielding from the sun under the bus shelter, laughing over private jokes. There are young children clinging to their parents, wailing for ice cream. A group of teenage boys with their hands thrust deep into their pockets, sporting backwards baseball caps. A gaggle of girls with fake cans and long fingernails laden down with shopping bags. Everywhere I look, I can see something happening, and almost everybody seems to be smiling. This little town here seems a lot bigger than his little village. Is that because of the warm weather? Oh. I don't know if that got on the recording. My headphones battery is low. This town really does have everything. Large businesses, buildings with more than 3 floors, a library, a hospital, a police station, church, several shops, an elementary school, middle school, and a high school. Not combined into one classroom like the school in my old village. There are even ice cream vendors in the street, a couple of fast food restaurants, and a movie theater. Really, this place is a metropolis. Really. I don't know if I would call it metropolis. From this picture, it just looks like it's not a huge town, but not just a town. Well, I guess, there's more than 3 floors. I guess, there's a decent amount of buildings that are bigger. It's like a decent sized town. What about metropolis? What kind of big? You're only that far away from. Not that far away from you're able to bike to it. A large city then. At least that's what I thought when I was little. Oh, he's describing he thought it was a metropolis when he was little. Okay. I was like, man, metropolis? But that's what he thought when he was little. Alright. Littler than I am now. Now I know that isn't really true. This is only a small town with a population of about 30,000. Not nearly as cosmopolitan as I thought. When you get older, your perspective really does change. Well, yeah, of course. You understand exactly how small you are. Yeah, that's gonna get annoying. How about I move the headphones off to the side for now? So it doesn't get in the recordings, it's gonna keep repeating battery low at me until it's The 5-story company buildings that were once so impressive are less grandiose now. A single library sadly understocked. The ice cream vendors, nothing special. Bigger cities, you can also buy crepes. Yakisoba, takoyaki on the street. Now, where was that cafe again. If I remember correctly, it was just down the street and then to the left. Not too far away. This is only a small town, so of course it isn't too far away. Nothing is. I feel a little bit worried about my disheveled hair and sweaty brow though. If I go to see how they look like this, it won't make a very good first impression. Oh, he wants to look good for the girl. He wants to look good for the girls. Good for him, I guess. I bet she'll make fun of me. Should I try to find a public restroom somewhere so I can freshen up? I'm not so sure. It sounds like too much hard work. If it's Amu, she'll make fun of me no matter what I look like. That's just her thing. If Amu laughs at me, she laughs at me. I don't think I'll mind. It's how she communicates with me. I think right now, all I want to do is see a friendly face. Coming back here after so long feels strange. More unsettling than I thought it would. And so I finally and kind of humble charm. One hand on her hip, she looks me up and down, her mouth parted slightly. I think she just noticed. Ah, no way. That's no fair. She's grown over the last couple of years, too. I wonder if she's grown more than one. Other parts of her boobs have gotten bigger. I may have entertained some wild fantasies. Being able to rest my elbows on the top of her head, as she always did with me. But, of course, it didn't work out like that. The best laid plans never do. I didn't grow at all these last 2 years, but Amu, she shot up just like a stick of bamboo. Still taller than me. A lot taller than me, actually. Damn, man, that's gotta suck. A guy who's shorter than the girls? He must be a small dude. I'm just trying to imagine his size. I'm just imagining a dude. Maybe a little bit above 5 feet. Yeah, maybe he's 5 foot. I'm just imagining a little guy. He must be small. I mean, he is only 16. Actually, I'm not even sure how tall I'm actually. I'm trying to think how he's coming to mind. Well, at least around here. How depressed. Emma looks at me in surprise. It takes a few moments until finally she's able to greet. And when she does, the words that come out of her mouth. Oh, the big lightning strike. Cockroach kid! Cockroach kid! What the fuck, cockroach kid? It's you! Are not exactly flattering. What the hell, cockroach kid? Jeez. Amu, that's me. I'm sorry. I just can't help it. You were always boasting in your letters about how you're getting even taller. You're going to catch me up soon. Blah, 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 but when I actually meet you, you still look like a 12-year-old. You're still the same old cockroach kid I remember. He's still about the put that painful chapter of my life behind me. To you, it might be a tragic tale, but to everyone else, it's a comedy. Hey, don't go deriving so much pleasure from my past failures like that. It's me. I'm a mean person. But you knew this happened. A little hard. I guess that means trying to make a little hard, sad thing. It's a way of saying it. It's not an evil way, but a nice laugh. Or at least a laugh that she looks happy. Anu's laugh is just how I remember it. It's a devilish little giggle that sounds incredibly mocking. And that laugh, coupled with a smug expression, makes her feel as though nothing's changed between us. If she wanted to, she could still rest her elbows without my head and use me as a coaster. But I sighed. Still, I'm pretty grateful. If you hadn't swung by, I'd still be stuck working in that crafty cafe until 4. I owe you one, buddy. Laughing, I'm grasping his shoulder. She used too much force and it hurts more than she probably intended. I winched, humming my shoulder. I hope that doesn't leave a bruise. Damn it. If she can hit you right there, and it leaves a bruise, a little wimpy. Even though you're working as a waitress now, you're just as violent as ever. Me? Finally? No way! You could have dislocated my shoulder. Damn it, I think she did. Sorry. I was just so happy to see you again. I got a little overexcited. A little star. I'm a giggle, waving one hand as though it's no big deal. Because Emma never takes anything seriously. Being with her is pretty relaxing. She seems like it's which is kind of remarkable, given how much she keeps me around the flimsy guise of friendship. That sounds easy on nature, living in the countryside, for strict rules and regulations, using train timetables, and people in business, holding great business. Seriously though, you know what, Travis? You okay? I look down at myself, self-consciously, examining my sweat-stained shirt, my red calves, and my trembling hands. What the hell? It sounds like he's just been through something. I mean, of course he did bike all the way here and leather and stuff like that, but it just sounds like he's like, oh. Maybe I should have tried to clean myself up just a little. No, I'm fine. I feel great. That's a lie. Almost thinking the same thing. You don't feel great. Jot down so quickly. Look like you're on the verge of death. Now what happened? I stare at the floor and mumble something unintelligible. Hoping Anu won't hear it. Of course, this pathetic attempt at resistance proves to be completely futile. Barking like a proud detective who's just cracked a particularly difficult case. She leans forward. Oh, nice. I just wrote a couple words in that. You tried to cycle here all by yourself, didn't you? No, dude, don't lie. You did that. Don't be stupid. I helped you chain your bike up outside the cafe. We imagined it. And it's like, how much? Like 5 years? Of course I remember. It only happened half an hour ago. He's always been better at random stuff like that than I have, dude. It just sort of failed attempts of me fumbling around with the lock. Anu eventually sighed, hands on her hips, and shooed me out of the way so she could do it herself. I was just, taking my bike out for He's just taking his bike off for a while. It's a pet. It's a pet bike. It's his little pet. Okay, Anu? It's a pet bike. This is not a regular bike. You don't ride it. You walk with it. That's funny. He just thought of something right there. I am so ashamed. You see, this is how I figure it. Do you want to hear? Give it to us. Tell us all you have. Please impart upon me your knowledge, oh great detective. Yeah. Obviously, you decided to cycle all the way here. Thinking it would be no big deal. I feel like you know it all as usual. Hey. And then, honestly, you forgot just how out of shape you yourself using that public transportation in the city. Don't make quoting marks with your fingers when you say public transportation. It's not a conspiracy theory, you know. And neither is the city for that. And then you got all tired and out of breath, gross, sweaty, and you realize you're not as healthy as you used to be. And she's pretty good. That's basically what happened and what he was thinking. Why is it worse? One hand, another. Isn't that about right? I know. How is this problem? So easy. You left out the part where I found a giant peach. Oh, I remember this child was fine. Alright, now he's just making weird. He's just making jokes. This isn't James and the Giant Peach type of thing. Did this child go on to fight off a band of demons to help a talking dog, a monkey, and a pheasant? I think something like that might have happened, yeah. I'm sure it did. In the legend of Momotaro. Or maybe there's a little, I don't know. Maybe there's a little thing about a peach, a giant peach, and a kid, and animals in a Japanese story. The only thing I know of a giant peach is that movie, James and the Giant Peach. I don't know what the legend of Momotaro is. Not familiar. You're just as mean as I remember, Almu. I'm a professor. My hair. Using it up. You're a lot sweeter than I remember you, actually. Hey. That's not fair. You're just like... I'm sorry, but you'll have to be used to it. But it's half-hearted. I'm not really mad. This is just how I'm mad. After all these years, I've gotten used to a comedy routine, so I find myself automatically acting as a straight man, even when I'm not so bothered by her silly actions. I'm not sure what that seems like. Acting as the straight man. That we could slip back into our old routines and comfortable. After so long, feels strangely relaxing. Hey, that's her. What is it? Anna smiled, a winsome expression on her face. I know that face well, with more familiarity than I know my own reflection in the mirror. What do you want, Amu? Huh? Did you know I wanted something? Because I know you. Is my face really that easy to read? It really is. It's because I'm a fair maiden. You're not that bad. Maybe you never really had to see it yet. I raise an eyebrow. There are many ways I can describe it, but this combination of fair, maiden, is not one of them. What do you mean? I mean, because I'm so sweet and gentle. I wear my heart on my sleeve. Are you really sweet and gentle? Maybe sweet. I don't know about gentle. You do seem like you could be pretty rough. I'm not a dishonest person, you know. We've just been introduced. I can only take your word for that. You seem like you're not that bad. I don't know what you mean. You want to go out to eat? Is that what you're trying to say? The only thing I could think of, an energy boost. Like what? How many giggles do this? Press your index finger against your lower lip. Oh. Like a good luck kiss. That's actually unexpected. I didn't expect her to ask for a kiss. Huh? Even he's surprised. He's surprised. Big apple. I stare at Amu in alarm. My eyes so wide, worried that a whole lot of my skull will land up my lap in the floor. The thing is she serious? Hey man. If you find her any bit of cute, just take the damn kiss. I don't see what so bad about it. Just kiss. What does she mean? Kiss. I couldn't. Even though we're friends, I think it's going a little too far. She's the one who asked for it. Oh, I need for it. She's the one who wants to kiss me. Whether she's telling the truth, she might just be joking. Because when I can tell, she seems like someone who does jokes. Oh, this is all red. Of course it is. Well, what else did she expect? Well, if the kiss is too much, I would settle for a snack. Food? Okay. That might be slightly more manageable. Come on. I'll be able to check chips for I just need to get my breathing under control first. I would have loved to have seen her just try to go for the kiss and see what her response was. Because maybe she wouldn't have been serious. She wouldn't have expected you to actually go in for that. Because you could have been totally a joke. Alright guys, I think that might be it. We're gonna stop halfway there. She's gonna get her snack and I can't tell you where all that shit is. Something, wherever there is, says lady something. Apparently it's called lady something. Looks like a bee. Well guys, hopefully you enjoyed it. This does have a lot of text in it, like story, so hopefully it's not too bad. Hopefully the audio's a little bit better. I noticed in the last recording, the game sound was quite loud. I have no idea why. It was loud as a lot louder, so hopefully it's not that bad this time. Well guys, thank you for watching.